So, and as an independent artist, I want to say the biggest leverage that you have is
So far, can you say you've made money from music?
from music. You know, like
Yeah.
my dad used to always tell me, like that's the illness of creatives. The way that I see it now is like this: as an artist, as a music artist, it's not even about your songs so much anymore. It's about if you want to sustain yourself from your creativity, it starts becoming a different conversation. Did you hear the part where I said I live off of this?
Yeah. No, I didn't hear that. Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It's the most amazing human being, Tony Slade. And today I'm here with Mr. Didi.
Wagwan.
Didi, how is it? How are you feeling?
I'm gonna say today is a very chill day for me, like a kind of low energy day, but I made it here, so I want to say we're good.
Yeah, like it's been like the way we were talking before we started. Like I told you, it's been a minute, man. Like
Yeah, man.
I see you doing stuff. I see you having a movement, trying to bring people together. Like,
Yeah, man.
could you like just expound on that, like the movement, more on that, like so that the people can understand what you do?
Sure. So yeah, we got together, a couple of artists, and we formed this collective, '07 Collective. And '07, that's for Stuttgart, 0711.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is basically start in our own city in Stuttgart and connect, I want to say, the music community. But when I say the music community, who I mean is basically everybody that's needed inside of the processes, inside of the music industry. So we're talking about, of course, artists, producers, DJs, engineers, designers, anything visual, photographers, videographers, illustrators, graphic designers, fashion designers, like everybody, dancers, basically, who we need for anything. So because the vision is that some independent artist, for example, approaches us, he doesn't have a recording studio.
Yeah.
Let's connect him. He doesn't have an engineer, or he doesn't have a DJ for his live set, or he wants to make a remix, or he needs a dancer for a music video or for the stage. All of these things, basically, we want to be able to provide for the artist. That's how it started.
Yeah.
But now we can connect in any way. The DJ wants to work with an artist, we can connect him. The dancer is looking for a project, or the DJ is looking for a gig in a party where he can play. Let's connect them. Like, basically, that's what we're trying to do. And right now, the way that we're building this community is we're hosting link-ups every month. We started with producers, and now we're including artists. We included artists 2 months ago. Now we're including DJs. And step by step, we want to build this community that basically I just, try to like summarize who we're talking about. And, these link-ups, they've been popping. We're already reaching our capacity because we're hosting in our own location.
Yeah.
We defined it to be 35 people now that we can host, and we've hit that the last 2 times. So right now we're having to look for another location, and we're working with a guest list now since like spots are kind of limited already. But yeah, the goal is to basically connect Stuttgart's music community, because there are so many opportunities if we were to share them.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to say everybody could eat. And also the whole reason why we're doing this is because there's just been so much gatekeeping forever in the music industry. But since there's so much independence these days in the modern day and age, it's like this independence can really work. But the way that we see it, it works best if you're inside of a community.
True.
Because once you back in the day when you used to be signed to a label, this label basically was your community.
Yeah.
You had like the manager, the producer, every role that you needed. Now you don't have that unless you do it yourself. And a lot of artists are struggling with just that because it's a lot of work that you got to do. But now just imagine if you had a team, like now it's a different story. So that's like slowly but surely where we're trying to go, to provide that access basically to anybody who's looking for it. Because for every artist who's watching this, it's not like you're not gonna have to put in the work anymore.
Yeah.
you're still gonna have to put in the time, the work, and you have to really want to do this. Otherwise, there's no way you're going to. But what we can do is we can make the access easier for you, so you don't have to, run around all of Germany to find a way in. Like a mouse coming into a house. Like it doesn't have to be that way. We can open the door, but like, you're still gonna have to walk through. You're still gonna have to do everything that you're doing. But let's make it easier. Let's make it accessible.
Yeah, like sounds like a super amazing initiative. And yeah, like such spaces, we definitely need such spaces, of course, in the game, because yeah, like the game is tough, and I can confirm that.
Mm-hmm.
I really love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And now my question to you, like, will be like, okay, you're opening these doors to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to speak like a gatekeeper because I have nothing to gatekeep. But how are you gonna make sure that the quality in there, in this collective, remains top notch? Because
Yeah.
when you open the doors,
Yeah,
it means anybody can come in.
it's true. It's true.
And that means the good,
Yeah.
the okay, and the terrible.
Everybody. Yeah. I mean, I want to say that right now we have like a natural gatekeeping, so to say. Not that that's what our intention,
Yeah.
but there's a natural, I want to say, selection, because we only have limited space in our location. So basically, only the people really interested, they will come, because then they will pay before, like Vorkasse or this or that, reserve their spots because they really want to be there, because they know, of course, it's limited spots. So I think that way, naturally, really only the people who are really wanting to be there are coming. That's one. And then, of course, like we're hosting this every month. So the people that keep coming,
Yeah.
they show themselves to be really interested, probably because they want to grow as an artist or as a producer, or, they're putting in this time and this effort to expand their knowledge or to meet other people, which to us is a signal that, okay, they're probably taking their own stuff seriously, and like basically my intention is, not even to exclude anybody who's not really serious,
Yeah.
because they might still become serious, but to just understand who is on what level, so that once we're connecting somebody, we know, okay, this person that we're connecting is fit for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because there might be some hobby artist who's really just looking for somebody to jam around with. I want to say there's most people who, have dabbled in music are able to do that.
Yeah.
But then a professional artist who's looking for, a professional song mixed and mastered and this and that, and a live version and this and this and this, they might want to work with a professional producer so they can make sure everything is, the way that they need it to be. Yeah, but basically I want to say it's just, about including everyone, but then about understanding, okay, who can take what role in certain settings, so that once we start linking people, that we make sure that the responsibilities can be taken seriously, basically.
And now, like, as a producer,
Yeah.
I've worked with so many artists.
Uh-huh.
Like, I understand
Yeah.
the psychology of artists, and I really understand like the behavior of artists. And we all know in this game, the biggest problem we have is with artists is ego.
Yeah, it's a thing.
How are you?
I've heard of it. You say what?
How are you gonna manage that?
Yeah.
Like working with artists and producers, and these are the biggest egos in the game.
So I want to say, in the producer community, what I've noticed so far is it's definitely less ego.
Yeah, I can say.
It probably depends on the level of production, of course, or the level of experience and success.
Yeah.
Because of course, like once you have a platinum record or a gold record, like, you start calling yourself platinum producer and this and that. You start walking differently.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like that in every lane. Once people start having success, now it's up to their character if they're gonna remain humble or not. You know what I mean? But like, I want to say, what I've noticed so far with upcoming producers, the producers that we're working with, I've noticed a strong urge to want to connect, actually. I've noticed that with artists also, but artists, a lot of time, it's a little more difficult, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as a producer, naturally, you're probably working with different artists, right? So you have to have this certain adaptability to
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working with this person. Let me make space for this person inside of my room so they can work on their art,
Yeah.
and I can basically supply to them in a way, right? For artists, they're usually in the center of attention, which of course makes this ego topic a bigger one, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I want to say that is kind of like the work of a producer, like what we've just talked about, is you have to just find a way to be in there without making yourself too big, so that you can leave space for somebody else, to express themselves, to tap into their own vulnerability and this and that, and basically do their job as an artist, without somebody else trying to move too much, because I guess they still have to feel like, like it's coming from an authentic place and it's them, it's theirs, what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't even want to say it's just the ego. I guess it's also not every artist, but I want to say the real artists, who are vulnerable, who show themselves. There is a lot of courage that is needed in order to dive in there, and like get it out to the world, basically. Because I mean, instead of doing that, I could also just be sitting here and keeping it to myself.
Yeah.
So you know, so then of course, from a certain perspective, it's also understandable why, if somebody's open and vulnerable, if somebody's critiquing that they might have a problem, because they're vulnerable right now. So it's not just the ego. That's all I want to say. But of course, I mean, where there's people, there's problems. That's what my dad always said. So,
Okay, that like you've explained that well, and in that same energy, like I think I'm like we've gotten a nice segue to a nice topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
That you just touched on, like the artists who are ready to be vulnerable and all that. You know, like back back in the days when I was starting to make music,
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'm never ever in my life going to make a love song.
Never ever going
Yeah.
to make a love song.
And the second thing I say, I'm never ever gonna cuss in my songs.
Okay.
And yeah, like on
So-
cussing, I stayed for long. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, like, you chose the two most popular things in music,
Yeah.
and you said, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, that's what I did. And I never cussed for like 7 or 8 years in music. Like never ever
Right.
used the cuss word. But on the love songs, I was like, okay, this is what's popping.
Yeah.
This hardcore hip hop isn't taking me anywhere because I couldn't do gangster stuff. I'm not a gangster rapper. I don't associate myself with gangs. I didn't grow up in the ghetto. I grew up in the village.
Okay, I see.
So
I see.
I don't have any gang in me. I don't do drugs.
You say he doesn't have any gang.
Like I can snitch you tomorrow. Like don't commit a crime in front of me.
Yeah.
Like I don't subscribe to that street code because I'm not a street guy.
Yeah.
I'm just a village guy.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where love songs were the only options left, and I started doing. It's like I found myself doing a love song, and it became the biggest song I had ever done in my career. And
I mean, I feel like there's a reason why there's of songs, probably 80% or so are love songs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's probably the most central aspect in human life.
Exactly.
That's like relatable for basically everyone.
Yeah. And now the problem that after starting doing love songs, the problem that I got,
you started cursing in the love songs.
No.
Like, fuck, I love you so much.
I had guys.
Okay.
I started meeting people who were like, yeah, love songs are cheesy, love songs are corny, and I'm like,
okay,
what do you mean love songs are cheesy? Like, have you ever like had such a conversation or such a discussion with anybody telling you like this type of music is cheesy?
I want to say probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. But definitely, I do feel like it also comes down to the way that you make the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the kind of song, but also like the way that you make the song. Like if we take two artists for example, like that both make love songs or have made love songs before. Let's say for example Justin Bieber
Mm-hmm.
and Tupac.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to say much more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're both love songs or they both have love songs. Like let's say for example, that's not a typical love song, but Dear Mama
Yeah.
from Tupac, a love song to his mom. It's like you'll listen to it, you'll be emotional, but you still feel his person, you know, like his persona. He's definitely a very different person than, you know, a Justin Bieber or a Ed Sheeran or so. Compared to Tupac, a Justin Bieber or Ed Sheeran would just naturally be a lot more corny. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's in the way that he's delivering or they're delivering the message that it's more or less corny or cheesy. But I mean, I guess anything, if you take it and you like in cartoons and you like over exaggerate it,
Yeah.
it'll be cheesy.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
a fair point.
and also if you take a topic and you talk about it every day,
Yeah.
it's also going to be cheesy. So
Fair
I mean, these things that we talk about all the time, at some point we're going to start repeating ourselves, talking about the same thing in the same way. And you know, at some point it's going to be cheesy because I already heard it a million times. Oh, I love you like a flower. You're so beautiful like the sun when it rises. This and that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I might still mean that, but because this other person has heard it a million times, it doesn't mean the same thing to that person anymore. So, you know, I guess that's the answer I got.
Yeah. Like from my side, I always feel like we use art to express our emotions.
Exactly.
Like you either express yourself or you want to pass a message
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And like if somebody chooses to express themselves using this cheesy way,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll say cheesy in quotes because for me I've never viewed a song as cheesy. I always view it as that's just how the person is, or that's how the
Okay. Or
person
his feeling
expresses
or something.
themselves, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how they're feeling.
Right.
So who am I to
To
tell
judge
them,
that. Right.
judge
Right.
them on
Most
say.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, I feel like that's part of art. Being cheesy is part of art.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what we've talked about before, this vulnerability,
Yeah.
this is also something depending on the perspective. A lot of men, I want to say, are still not socialized in a way that being emotional and talking about emotion is, I mean, it's crazy to say that. It's normal. That's
Yeah.
what I want to say. It's crazy to say that, you know? But like, if something is not normal to you and now you're being put in a position, for example, by listening to a song which is talking like very directly about the love that you feel for someone or this or
Yeah.
that, it might make you feel uncomfortable also. And you know, the easiest way if I'm uncomfortable to kind of keep my distance is to say, oh no, I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Keep it away from me. Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, how many songs have you made so far? Do you have track of how many songs you made? Or how many songs have you released?
Released,
Yeah.
I can tell you that, yeah. So made, I mean, I've been making music for a long time. Like by now it's over 10 years. So over time I've definitely made more than the 10 songs that I've released online. You know, like online I have like
released 10 songs.
Yeah, I have
never
like
knew that.
I have like, I think maybe 10. I mean, the very first releases that I've made is back in the day when I was like 18 or so on SoundCloud, and I've released probably like 5 to 10 songs then. I don't even know if they're still up. I haven't checked in a minute. But those were the first songs I released, just SoundCloud. And then like my first like official release, like all DSPs and everything, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, was the year of COVID, 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first one, and since then, like we've officially released like around, I want to say 10 singles. Yeah.
And what makes you hold back on releasing music?
I mean, like I just said, the very first official release was 2020.
Yeah.
I've been making music from probably like 2012 or 13. So, like 7, 8 years prior to releasing the first songs officially.
Yeah.
And that's, I want to say, just because for the longest time, I really took my time. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of fear, a lot of, insecurity. And because we've talked about some things that is easy for me to talk about now, but that really, I also had to overcome first in order to just now be okay with everything, so to say. So things like, becoming vulnerable or being vulnerable in your music, because there's different intentions with music in different ways that people make music. A lot of music these days is lifestyle, like that's cool and it's enjoyable, but it's not very deep. A lot of times, I don't want to say all lifestyle songs are like just surface level, but like, lifestyle song is a lifestyle song. So for me, I do make lifestyle songs sometimes, but the way I started with music was like a diary, So it was therapy, I want to say. I was just talking to myself, since I want to say I didn't have many friends or like, or didn't have many people that I felt like I could talk to, even at my house, my brother or my parents. I love them like a lot and they are my family, but like just in my feeling, I was from an early age, I was just keeping to myself a lot, and like didn't feel like I want to share or, knew how to share or this or that. So my way of sharing became writing things down, most of the time in the form of a song. As soon as I found out how I could do that, I was just doing that all the time, basically writing about, oh, now this happened and I'm feeling this and this and I don't know what to do. Or, then love songs, because of course, sometimes you're lovesick, sometimes you go this situation, that situation, you just write about, or I would just, write about it. And that way it became kind of a tool of just self-exploration, I want to say, which of course makes it go really deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that just then led to the fear of, okay, I'm really showing myself here.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of scary, like over time it made me be okay with being vulnerable, so that even if I meet a stranger, I could tell them stuff that people would consider really intimate.
Yeah.
Because it's become normal since I'm sharing so much in my music.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, it was really like, oh, like all of my business is just out there. Like, I'm like an open book for people now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's scary. And I was literally just, coming home from school or just going about my day, but like having this feeling inside of me that I'm being watched all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not like I was being watched then. I just felt like if you're gonna be in the spotlight, like there's no turning it off.
Yeah.
And I felt like that for years already. I'm not even in the spotlight now like that. But I feel like I've been preparing for the shit for a long time, you know what I mean?
I guess you totally.
So yeah. Man.
Well, that's super interesting because like for me, back in the days I was just putting out music. I didn't think much about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never even thought I'm pouring too much of myself out there.
Yeah.
It was just like
a natural thing to do.
Yeah, like let the music go. Like right now I think too much. I overthink.
Okay.
Like right now I overthink like completely. I'm just like, no, I can't pull this out. No, I can't pull this out.
So when you feel like this, what is your like usual reasoning, or is it like why do you...
a lot of times I just give myself stupid excuses. One is like, yeah, this is not good enough, or maybe the quality is not there yet, or maybe like I'm always and I'm like, bro, the quality. I mean, I've literally put out radio hits.
Yeah.
How is the quality bad now? But for example, I put out one song this year, just one song,
Yeah.
and I recorded. Funny thing, I recorded this song at the beginning of last year,
Okay.
and I kept mixing this song
Oh,
the
one of those
entire
songs.
year. I was
You said the
mixing and I'm
entire
like,
year.
it doesn't sound bad. I mix it again. I mix it again. I mix it again. I mixed this song like 30, 40 times
Wow.
before I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna announce on my Instagram I'm going to release a song. I've got like this cult following of like 30 to 50 people who, when I post something, like they got my DM already. You said you're dropping the song. Where is it?
Okay. Okay.
So those guys keep me in check. Those are the guys that whenever I say
And
I'm
made sure you
releasing-
really drop it. Okay, so that's why you told them, "Hey, I'm gonna drop a song," so
I was
that so
like,
they're
I'm
gonna
gonna
pressure you to
drop-
really
yeah.
drop it. Okay, I see.
And so like guys,
Yes.
a day before the release, guys were like, "Yo, bro, it's the song dropping tomorrow. I need the link. I need the link." So
And you're still on your computer like, ah, fuck, I still haven't mixed and mastered the song.
and from there I was like, shit, I'm gonna bounce this shit and I'm gonna upload it. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like I didn't care at all. I was like, let it go. And funny enough, I didn't get any negative comment. Everybody was like, nice song, amazing. And then I go on people's stories.
Yeah.
Everybody's posting. People are posting photos. Up to now, people are posting photos with the song, and I'm like, what was I ever thinking? I could have released this song last year.
Yeah.
But
And I also feel like this is a thing a lot of creatives do.
yeah,
Right. I don't really know why. Maybe it's just in the nature. I mean, also, it might be different reasons for everybody. Like back in the day, I could just use the same story that I just told. For me, a big reason not to share would be just fear. Fear of being judged, fear of being looked at in a funny way because I'm sharing something that people didn't know before, or just I want to say social fears
yeah,
in the way of not being accepted in a way. I want to say.
yeah.
So, but it might be different for everybody, whatever the reason is. I mean, it is very personal work at the end of the day for, I want to say, most artists, for the artists that tap in.
Yeah.
So,
and the funny thing is that the music that we think maybe is not that good, a lot of times is the best music. Like, for example, like I told you at the beginning, when I was younger, I was just putting out music. Like, I didn't care. I didn't care at all. I was just putting out music. And the best album I've had so far, I recorded the album in my bedroom. That was 2019. I wasn't that good of a producer back then. Okay, like I could make tracks, I could make beats. I was still good at that, but I was bad at mixing and mastering.
Okay.
Because I didn't even have good studio monitors. I mixed the album using a €20
headphone.
And every time I listen to that album, I'm like, damn, I should remaster this thing. I should just get the files and remake everything. But then that is the best selling album I've ever put out. And every time guys are like, bro, we need this type of music. Why are you not
producing this type of music anymore?
Because it was this sad, depressive music. The album was called The Broken and Depressive. Everybody's like, bro, we need this music. We need it. And for me, I'm like,
I don't want to feel that way all the time.
Because I don't know what part of my brain I tapped into. But every time I listen to it, I'm like, what was I on when I was writing this?
Really?
Yeah.
So was it the situation? What inspired you to write it? Because you just mentioned it was a very, let's say, emotional album.
Yeah.
And so that sounds like most of your albums are not that emotional.
No, like before that, I had made Just Land, which was like the biggest album I had ever made up to that point. Remember, just CDs, I sold like 3,000.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, just CDs.
Yeah.
And it was this album that I was looking at and was like, yeah, this is my sound, because at that time there were no people rapping on Afrobeats.
Okay.
But I heard these Afrobeat tracks with like the not the standard Afrobeat that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was this with percussions.
Okay.
What Fino is doing, you know, Fino, the
Fino.
Nigerian guy.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Maybe you
like
show me some songs or something.
yeah, I could show you.
He's an artist, or
Yeah, he's an artist and
Okay.
also producer.
okay.
And I could take like some really traditional percussions
Okay,
and all
I see
that.
what you're saying.
Yeah, and that people used to sing on that,
Mm-hmm.
not rap on that.
Mhm,
But I
okay.
could take that and
Yeah.
then rap on that.
Yeah,
And it was something that nobody had heard before.
that was new. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a young kid, I was 15, 16, around there.
Okay.
So that also helped me, the fact that I was
Right.
young.
Right,
and people were like, who's this kid doing this type of music?
Yeah, I see you.
And like it worked.
Mhm.
People loved the music. And from there I had issues with my label again. Then I took a break, and then when I came here to Germany and was just alone, I didn't have friends, I didn't know people. That was when I wrote The Broken and Depressed, and I was like,
Okay.
I tapped into a dimension where I was like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I'm feeling this. I don't know why I'm writing this.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, because every time I was making beats, I was just playing like these sad chords.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, it was probably
subconscious-
also the way that you were feeling, right,
yeah,
at the time.
I think so. For me, I don't want to, like, I didn't know maybe that I was depressed or something like that. I was depressed, but I didn't know, because I was just doing sad stuff unconsciously.
Yeah. So also, I want to say, kind of probably as an outlet, right? As
Exactly.
as a therapeutic kind of way to just process. I mean, it sounds like a life-changing situation.
Yeah.
You know, you coming here, it's a whole different culture. It's a whole new way to navigate the world, because it is a very, let's say, different world up here. You know, I can imagine there must be, for everyone transitioning, must be a certain state of being lost, because otherwise you cannot find a new thing. You will just stay who you were, but this way won't work here.
Very true. Very, very true.
Right. So you have to be a nomad for a while.
Yeah. Like you said in your song.
Yeah, maybe I'm a nomad.
Yeah, and now, like, you've talked about how you got into writing music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your love for music, did it come from maybe family? Do you have musical background in your family, or how did it come?
I want to say my parents listen to a lot of music.
Oh, okay.
They're not really musicians in the way that they make music. But then also my brother and I guess we were always listening to music, like people like Michael Jackson,
Okay.
or in Germany, Xavier Naidoo, so the Mannheims. You know, just a lot of black music also, and then of course African music. My dad's from West Africa.
Okay.
So, yeah, just like that. And then when we were maybe 6 or 7, my brother and I, he's my twin, so same age. We basically went to like drum lessons.
Okay.
And from there on, I guess, you know, for him, he's still playing the drums. I kind of know how to a little bit, but now mostly I'm working with my voice, like writing, rapping, singing, stuff like that, you know.
Do you also produce?
I do also produce, yeah, but I mean, most of the time I'm working with other producers because I really like the world of like melody and lyrics. And I feel like that's also where my biggest strengths are. Like when I listen to music, like instrumental music, for example, I can tell you exactly what I like and what I don't like, and I can like direct it. But as soon as when I make a beat, for example, I won't, in my head, it never stops with the beat. Like I'm always thinking about a song, because that's just the world that I grew up in, you know. Like as a writer or as an artist, I'm making some sounds, but in my head I'm already having vocals, and I don't want to just make a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And I always have this problem where a lot of times when I make beats,
Uh-huh.
I want to give them out to other artists
Okay.
instead of using it myself. I think
Okay.
I've used only, like, of all my songs, I think only 10%
Yeah.
of them are made of my beats, like entirely from scratch. A
Okay.
lot of times I contact other producers
Oh,
for
really?
beats.
For your own music? So
Yeah.
so you make beats then mostly for other people?
Yeah, mostly
Okay.
produce for other people.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like, have you ever like been in such a situation, or how is it for you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you make beats,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to rap or sing on it, or you are
Mm-hmm.
always like, I'm making this for somebody?
I don't think I've ever made a beat for somebody.
Okay.
I don't think I'm because I've never considered myself a producer or a beat
Okay.
maker. I do know how to do it. I mean, I've been making music for a long time.
Yeah.
But and if I was with a producer, I could, like I said, tell him exactly what I like and what not, and how to do things or whatever. And I have many ideas also. But since I've never really considered myself a producer,
Yeah.
like I've just basically always how do you say, like, the way that I come to make a beat is always just playing around.
Okay.
You know, so I like the sound. Okay, let's play around with it. You know, okay, I like, now I'm hearing this. Let's play around with it. And then stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't even think I've released any song so far with my own beat. I have a couple of songs by now with my own beats, but it's not like it's the usual thing that I'm doing. Usually, I like to not have heard the beat before.
Yeah.
When I start to tap into writing, because then everything is fresh. I can, like, listen to the beat the first time. Best case, I'm inside of the booth or with a microphone or something. I freestyle something. I'm not a freestyler usually. When I freestyle, mostly it's melodies or rhythms or stuff like that. And then, slowly I come into the mood, like, okay, what is this telling me? Where are we going? What direction or what sphere are we in with this kind of music?
Yeah.
And then I'll start with the melodies and the sound and everything together. I'll start basically deciding for a direction and then start writing the song like that most of the time.
Okay, that's almost close to how I do it, because a lot of times when I make a beat,
Yeah.
by the time I'm done making it, I hate it.
Yeah, because I mean, you already spent a lot of time now. I mean, you might be able to go to another beat and then come back
Yeah.
or something like that. But it's like, it's not this. It's definitely never going to be the same thing as if you're listening to something and it's the first time, because it's like, and also you didn't make it, so there's still so much, you like, I want to say, energy
Yeah.
in this that is untapped for you.
Yeah, very true.
So that you can open it and now it's like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know it already, it's
Yeah.
like you're the producer, like you're the like you have a Bauernhof or whatever, like you make the milk,
Yeah.
like you know what it is, like you've, like every time, before you fill it into a bottle, like you test it to see if it's the right thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, it's the same thing today again as yesterday. It's the same thing today again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know, the thing with unfinished music. How is it for you? I think I have literally,
Okay.
like, without lying, over 200 beats. That's just beats
Beats, yeah.
that I've never finished. Those are beats. And then songs. Songs, I don't know.
You want to say
Are also,
even more songs than beats? Okay.
because beats for me, they bring me money.
Okay.
I have a
Okay, so
network
you
of
sell them
artists
and then
who
they.
are always contacting me. Hey, send me a beat pack.
Yeah.
I send them like 10, 15, 20 beats.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna pick 3 or I'm gonna pick 2.
Right.
So beats for me, I finish beats.
Mm-hmm.
My own music, I almost never finish.
I see you. I mean, you got to be a creative somewhere. Like my dad used to always tell me, like, that's the illness of creatives. Always wanting to do new things.
Yeah.
You start something new. Come on, let's start something new. Let's start something new. You know what I mean? Jumping from place to place. Yeah, I mean, creativity, I want to say, is like that, because ideas and thoughts in general are like that. Association to association. You're just jumping from place to place. For other people, this association might not even be connected, but for you, because of a memory or this or that, it's like, you think of a duck, now you think of Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
for example. For somebody else, maybe it's they're so hungry, or whatever they're thinking about. So, but I mean, then we're talking about creativity. If you want to sustain yourself from your creativity, it starts becoming a different conversation, because there's no way you're going to sustain yourself with unfinished products.
True. Very true.
So then, like you said, with your beats, okay, now let's finish this so I can send it out. Let's finish this so I can send it out. You have a purpose with this beat, so you're finishing it.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, for me, it was like that. I never released my music, like we've talked about before. So for a long time, I had all of this music there, and people would know it, but like the people that knew me, like my friends or this, these people would know it, but everybody else, they would probably know that I make music. Every time I met them, they would ask me, "Oh, are you still making music?"
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, if you don't release it, they won't know.
Yeah.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, I mean, of course I'm still making music. Why are you asking me this?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the reason why they were asking me, because I was just never releasing it. But hold on, you gotta ask me this question again. I kind of lost track now.
Yeah, like how is the thing was about not finishing tracks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so since I was never releasing music, I was never having to finish it either.
Okay.
So that's why my dad he used to be in my ear like, I mean, I understand you want to be a creative, but let's talk about it realistically. He's a businessman. He has his own company.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's talk about it realistically. You're spending a lot of money, buying equipment, doing this, getting the song mixed, mastered.Maybe you have to go to a studio. You have to buy the beat. You have to make a video. Who's paying for all of this? As an independent artist? Well, the independent artist.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
So, you're doing all of this. You're investing all of this time, all of this money. So, what are you doing? Where are you going with this? Okay. That's a good point. So, okay. I mean, then he keeps talking. I mean, at least what you could do is you could release the music that you're working on.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So, at some point, it starts becoming a decision.
Yeah.
You want to be a musician. Well, you got to have music.
True. Very true.
So, okay. And well, now I'm in a very different place. I've released like these 10 singles now. I'm not really holding back now. If I'm holding back, then just for the reason to get the strategy right in order to release in a way that's going to have momentum and not to be like pew, 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 all different directions, one shots. And then, 5 people over here, they know this one song. 5 people over there, they know this one song. Like when I shoot, I want to go like, you know what I mean? Like whoever is there, they're definitely gonna know, like that. So then like get a strategy right, visuals right, like understand the game, connect yourself with the right people and like, get some momentum and then like really get it out. But to come back to your question.
Yeah.
So now it's like I have like a database of so much music that I've been working on over all of these years. Right now, what I'm doing, and these 10 songs that we've released also, those were basically songs that I've been having, like laying in my hard drive or somewhere, that I just took. Maybe they were 70, 80, 90% done. And then I finished those, and then we had the mixed, mastered, and released. All of the songs that I'm releasing right now, can I even say that to people? They should still be excited and everything, like, but
Excited people.
to me, they're old songs. Most of the songs that I'm releasing. I'm still here, almost every day in the studio creating new stuff. That's why I'm having to release the old stuff, because otherwise I'll be just sitting on top of the shit, like growing and growing. Like Dagobert Duck, in his what's the name even of this thing? Geldspeicher or whatever, with his coins and everything. So so yeah, I mean,
well, I get what you mean. And but I'll also challenge you.
Okay.
Like you said, you are taking your time to maybe learn the game and get the right strategy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can also argue that
Yeah.
how about like you have the right strategy, like
Mm-hmm.
you've gotten it, you've understood the game, you have everything,
Mm-hmm.
but then you put out the music
Yeah.
and it still doesn't give you the outcome that you wanted. Don't you think that that waiting and putting everything together and
Mm-hmm.
still it doesn't work, don't you think that's gonna kill
Yeah.
your motivation?
Motivation. Yeah, most definitely. If it's like this, like you put a lot of time and effort into crafting everything,
Yeah,
then you put it out and it doesn't go anywhere, of course it's devastating.
yeah,
Like it's gonna frustrate you a lot. And now you have to do it again and again and again and again and again if you want to continue. Yeah, I mean that's why now, honestly, I don't even I mean, I'm an oversharer, I guess, I wanna say I don't even care.
yeah,
Like my songs, they're of course I craft them with a lot of love and I make sure like only if it feels right I'm ever gonna release anything. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But to get to the place where it feels right is not it's not hard anymore. Like most songs I can get there. I just have to be wanting to do it. Of course I still have to show up to go to the studio to do the work and to also be in the right mind space to do the work in the right way. Not just do the work, but also do the work in the right way.
yeah.
Because with music, what we're creating is basically something to live forever.
True.
We're
Yeah,
recording it
very
once, we're
true.
creating it once, but it can live forever. So the way that you're recording it once, it matters
Yeah,
a lot because this is the way that people are going to be listening to this work of your art forever. So do it right. There's I don't want to say take all the time in the world to do anything because this way you're also not going to go anywhere.
yeah,
But take your time to the point where you feel it's right. You got to be proud of what you're doing. You got to stand behind what you're doing because at the end of the day it's going to be you who's going to draw people into this movement. Like if you're not proud, if you're not convinced that this is something that people need to know about,
yeah,
then I can guarantee you nobody's going to know about it.
yeah. Like that is 100% true, and I agree with you. I
Mm,
agree with you on that.
mm.
My only problem,
Okay. Yeah,
my
now it's
only
up.
problem is,
Yeah.
yeah, like the thing with, I always feel there is no right time, there is no
Right.
right strategy, and yeah, like there is. I don't believe in right. I just
Yeah.
believe in doing it.
Yeah.
And because I, as somebody who has seen success from
Mm-hmm.
what
From right,
like
very early.
Cartagan, like
Mm-hmm.
I was just putting out music.
Yeah.
I finish, I put out. I
Yeah.
finish, I
Yeah.
put out.
Put out.
And right now I have a catalog of over, I think, 120 released songs
Mm-hmm.
out there.
Yeah.
Some worked out, some didn't.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
have songs that haven't reached 100 streams,
Wow.
and I have songs that hit 1 million streams.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
the
And,
balance,
yeah, yeah.
balance is so weird.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what this taught me,
Mm-hmm.
it taught me like this is the sound that works.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sound that does not work. This is the type of writing that works,
Yeah.
and this one doesn't.
Yeah.
I had to test. I had to do the trial and error.
Right.
Put it out.
Right.
I just put out and put out and put out and put out to the point where I was like, okay, this is now gonna be my sound. I'm gonna take
Mhm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
This I'll
Mhm.
take this 5, 10 songs,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be making music that is around this sound.
Right.
This is my sound now.
Your lane or whatever.
This is what people like to hear from me.
From you. Mm-hmm.
And that is even when I was like, why the hell am I holding back on cussing? Because I've been trying to make clean music,
Mm-hmm.
good for everybody, but these songs where I'm cussing hard, where I'm really like putting out all the emotions, because a lot of times when you're trying to put out the emotions, you find yourself just cussing out stuff.
Yeah.
And I found myself, because I wasn't true to myself when I wasn't cussing, because I
Right.
wasn't cussing in
Okay.
the music, but I was cussing in real life. Out here,
Right.
I was dropping F-bombs everywhere. And it was like,
There's a disconnect.
and then when it comes to music, I'm so careful. I don't want to use some words. And then I was like,
Uh-huh.
fuck all this shit. I'm gonna use whichever word comes into my mind.
Yeah.
And that is how I was able to transport the emotions. And then it taught me putting out all these songs every time. Like I put out 3 albums in 3 years. Every year putting out, and like 2 of the albums was completely solo, 20 songs.
Wow. Okay.
No feature, like nobody featured in the album.
Wow, it's a lot of,
So I was
songs.
like, let me just put out the songs and see. And I had songs that nobody wanted to hear. Like it was like I was looking at the analytics and people were just skipping after like the first 30 seconds. Like nah. Then I had songs where people were listening all through, and I was like, okay, this is what people want from me. And that is what changed like the way I was making music. The past few, like let's say 2 years, I became lazier in putting out music because I was making money doing other things than music.
Right.
But the strategy of waiting for the right time, like I'm finding myself now getting into that zone of waiting for the right time, or analyzing the game too much and trying to see what will work, what will not work. And I'm now finding myself entering that rabbit hole. Which makes me wonder, okay, how was I doing back then? Why am I not putting out music?
Right.
That's the challenge that now I have for you. Don't you think that you have to test the waters and see,
of course,
what do the people really want from me?
Of course.
Before you...
Of course. I mean, the way that I see it now is like this. As an artist, as a music artist, it's not even about your songs so much anymore. It's about you.
Yeah.
And your songs, every song is like a promotion campaign.
Yeah, very true.
So if you don't do promotion campaigns, how are people gonna know about you?
Yeah,
that's what the releases basically are. Every release that I'm doing now, I'm promoting this release, but essentially what I'm promoting is my brand. My personal brand with this song, but also with the next song, also with the next song, also with the next song. So it's about, giving something, and as a musician that's music, or as an artist a music artist that's music, give something now and again and again and again. Best case even for free, because you're just starting out. You want people to have access to what you're sharing, to be able to find over time a connection with it, feel seen, feel heard, whatever you make them feel with your music. And then, establish a fan base from there, step by step by step. And essentially also as an independent artist, because the game now, the music game, is very different than it used to be.
Yeah, very true, very true.
So, and as an independent artist, I want to say the biggest leverage that you have is catalog.
Yeah.
Like you said, because there's some songs that have like only a couple hundred plays. There's some songs that have maybe multiple million.
Yeah.
And even if all songs had about the same amount of plays, let's say 10K as an average, then every song that you release on top will have another 10K, meaning that 10 songs will make you 100K, and 100 songs will make you 1 million.
That's the that's the strategy. That's the game of numbers that for me I played, because I was like, how am I gonna make money with this music? Then I started following Russ.
Yeah, I mean, people like him, Russ, or Nick D, or like independent artists that really make it. There's a lot to learn from La Russell. There's a lot to learn from. I mean, there's so many ways to make money with music. Me also, I've always been told by basically everybody, like, how are you gonna make money in this lane? So, I mean, I've made it my personal passion to find every way that I can to make money with this. You know what I mean?
And we're moving now to the topic I want to talk about, which is money, money in the game.
Okay.
Like, so far, can you say you've made money from music?
From music. I've made money from music, but definitely not in a way that it's sustainable for me. I'm working 9 to 5 right now, and basically using my free time to build everything in music
Yeah.
that I want to see, that I want to, have around me. Um, and I want to say it's not easy to make money in music. Like, you really have to know what you're doing. You have to be about your business, and also not sell yourself short because, for example, like the way that most musicians make money is gigs,
Yeah.
and or most independent artists make money is gigs. And even if you show up to a venue talking about, hey, I'm an independent artist, I live off of my music, there's still venues who don't want to pay you.
That is very, very true.
Hey, did you hear the part where I said I live off of this?
Yeah. No, I didn't hear that.
It's
Yeah.
like, you have to really be about your business. You have to make sure that people understand, hey, this is your work, just like other people show up to this 9 to 5. I'm not talking about me right now. I'm talking about a musician who lives off of
No.
their music. Me, I chose a different way because me, I had a lot of opportunities in business,
Yeah.
that I was just saying, okay, well, it's easy for me to make money here. Let me just invest the minimum of time that I have available and put it here
Yeah.
so I can get the bag. And now with the bag, I could, do what I do without having too much headache, because I also have a lot of musician friends who work in, hotels, restaurants, stuff like that. And me personally, I wouldn't want to grind that way because it just takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You have to, now this week you're working in the morning, next week you're working in the evening or at night, shifts like that. Then you come home, I don't know how much money you're being paid, but definitely not the same that I'm being paid
No.
in the industry, working as an engineer or working as whatever. So it's like, me, I'm really enjoying this comfortable position of getting a bag here, building it here until it can sustain me,
Yeah.
and then I'll make a transition. Because I'm not trying to live off of music for 1 year. Like, once I make that transition, I don't want to have to transition back.
You don't want to go back. Yeah. And you don't want to, like, as somebody who's been there, I'll tell you, like,
Yeah.
once you make that transition, you
Yeah.
don't want to go back. Like, it's fucking depressing.
I mean, you're making this choice for a reason, right?
Yeah.
For me, my perspective is like, okay, I've been working 9 to 5 for some time, like 10 years or so. I think I've noticed that this is not my way.
Yeah.
So since I don't want to work 9 to 5, or at least not work 9 to 5 for somebody else, because so I've just made it, my goal basically. I'm calling it to get my time back. So getting my time back means quitting my 9 to 5, now having 24 hours in a day minus sleeping. I know. So now I have, all of this time in a day to do. Let me just, be straight about that. Like you said, sometimes you have to curse in order to bring out the point of something.
Yeah.
To do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Because I feel that, not just concerning me, but I feel like, me talking for my life, there's no other person who can better decide what to do with these 24 hours every day.
Yeah.
To have the greatest impact on the world that I can make, other than me.
That's
just
very
like
true.
just like I would argue, there's no other person who can better decide what to do with your capabilities and your time than you.
True. Very true.
So I feel like anybody who wants to, they should be able to get their time back, because this way they can now focus on the world and the change or whatever they want to bring to the context, to the picture. Because I feel like, maybe it's supposed to be that way, maybe it's a normal thing. There's a lot of followers in the world, and not everybody is supposed to lead.
Yeah.
But if we don't have any leaders, we're set to fail. So we need to have at least some people, that we trust, that we look up to, that we see like, okay, they're really looking out for the community, not just for themselves, to guide us and to hold everything together, to set, inspiration, sometimes to show a vision. Because also what I've noticed is not everybody is a visionary. Like sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'm really having to explain details for them to understand the vision.
Yeah.
Which I'm sometimes surprised about, but everybody's working a different way. Not everybody is an artist, not everybody is an engineer, not everybody is, this or that, but everybody is who they are.
Yeah.
And that's the way they're supposed to be. So for everybody else, you just have to understand, or you have the possibility, the chance to tap into this understanding of, okay, who's this person? Who's this person? How can we work together? How can we make this work?
And the
Mm.
like the hard or the harsh truth is that
Mm.
you can't take everybody with you.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
I mean, that's I want to say it's a consequence
Yeah.
of the fact that everybody makes their own decisions.
Yeah. Exactly.
Unless, I'm talking to my son now, unless you're my son, then I'm making the decisions.
Yeah.
But like, as soon as he's 18, I'm going to have to step back too.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Now I have this question.
Yeah.
Why do you think, like, in your opinion,
Uh-huh.
most of the artists don't make it to that point where
Yeah.
you're saying
Yeah.
you quit your 9 to 5 and you depend on that?
Yeah.
Why do you think lots of artists just get stuck and they never get to make it to that point? In your opinion?
Yeah. It's a very interesting question. I feel like the number one determinator, if you are gonna make anything or
Yeah.
not, independent of music, is mindset.
Very true.
Like a very simple way for me to describe the difference between your now and your then is you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You are the difference.
Yeah.
Now make the difference. If you don't, okay, it's your life. You make the decisions, but it's a consequence of your doing that you didn't make it. So don't go around blaming people or blaming the weather or blaming this or that. You know what I mean?
I get you. Like, I get you. You're speaking so philosophically. And yeah, like, one of the biggest problems, like, for me, I'm not going to speak philosophically. I'm just going to hit the nail on the head. I feel a lot of artists think they're better than they actually are. That is one of the biggest problems.
Okay.
Like, me working with artists, one of the reasons why I even stopped having artists come to the studio when I still had my studio, was like, these guys, somebody's coming for a session, and then he wants to bring 4 other guys, first of all.
Of course, that's
and then
also.
He brings 2 other ladies.
Yeah.
And then they come, they want to bring a party to the studio as if they're superstars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you could be using this time to post on your Instagram and tell people you're working on a song, but you're getting drunk in my studio.
Yeah, that's. I mean, before we were saying, like, it's a lot of lifestyle music these days.
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't know if it's always been like this. I do understand that, once you reach a certain level of success and notoriety and people are seeing you, that probably comes also with a certain lifestyle of lavishness and this and that. But like, yo, I'm having this sometimes, like, I'm starting to talk about something, but then like, it's like, like a train track.
Yeah.
The train is going this way, and now there's a point, like a switch.
Yeah.
And it's just going the other way, and I don't know what I was gonna say anymore. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I get you. Lots of artists. Another thing that I always see with artists, like we were talking at the beginning, is the ego problem, where artists think you can't tell them anything, and somebody comes to you. Like, I'll tell you one example. I had this girl who came to the studio. This girl, like, she wanted to make an R&B song.
Okay.
So she came over.
Yeah.
And I asked her, okay, what do you have an instrumental? And she was like, yeah, I have an instrumental. She gave me an instrumental from YouTube. Okay. Then I was like, okay, this instrumental is from YouTube, first of all. It has the tag, purchase your tracks today. Buy the track, then give me the track so that I can record you. And she was like, no, I just want to use it from YouTube. And I was like, no, that's but you're literally stealing the producer's work, and you can't put out the song with that tag.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I had asked her at the beginning, okay, is this just a song for you to listen,
Or do you want to release
or
it?
you want to release it? And she was like, yeah, I want to release it, put it on Spotify. And I was like, first of all, that's illegal. You don't own you don't own the track.
Yeah.
That argument, I couldn't win it, so I was like, fuck it, I need the money. She's paying for studio
time, yeah.
So I'll record her.
Yeah.
The girl sings, she's off key, completely off key. Then I tell her, hey, you're off key, like you're way off key. I give her the tone that she's supposed to sing.
Mhm.
She's like, no, that's too high. And I'm like, you chose the beat yourself.
Yeah.
That's the key. You're supposed to sing on that key. She's like, no, I think I'm just sounding good. She sang. I put her vocals on Melodyne, and I tried to do the pitch correction.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I sound good. You don't have to do pitch correction on my voice. And I'm in my head, I'm like, you sound fucking horrible.
So what did you do
horrible.
then? What did you do at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, I mixed the track. I gave it to her.
Yeah.
And I blocked her. I was like, I never want to see this lady in my studio ever again.
And I blocked her. So, I feel like it sounds like, somebody starting out with music.
Yeah, like, I think, okay, she told me she has been singing at the church, and everybody loves her voice, and I'm like, yeah, that church, those people need to be actually asked if they respect the 10 commandments, because one of the 10 commandments is do not lie. Not cheat.
Okay.
And they are lying to you because you're a horrible singer.
Shit.
But I was just telling her inside. I didn't put out the words.
Right. And
you can see the ego now, because the church, the people at the church, if actually they exist, had made her think she's a superstar.
Yeah.
But she actually can't sing.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying it sounds like somebody who, I want to say, is new to music, or at least new to the studio or the recording of music.
Yeah.
Of like professionally, because when you're working with a producer, especially with a producer who has a certain experience, then unless you really know what you're doing and what your style is, of course, as an artist, it's you representing that, and you have to know that. Also, when you're working with producers, it might be that the producer is shaping you into something that you're not.
Yeah.
So that you have to know who you are first, of course. But then when you're in a session with a producer, that hopefully you choose a producer that you trust, and then you go in the studio with him or her. Now, let them be part of the work. They have an experience for a reason. They're working with many artists, usually. So they most likely have a broader perspective than most artists. Artists do collaborate, but most of the time they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So, it might actually be that the producer is right with something. Or it might actually be that, okay, let me just listen to what he's saying or what she's saying. I can consider it at least for my music.
Yeah.
Or I could try it out now. With music, a lot of times, with sound, a lot of times is we can talk about this idea now. But the best way would probably be to try it and then listen.
Yeah.
And see if it actually sounds like something.
Yeah.
If yes, okay. If no, just remove it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the problem with that is they are the least open-minded people. Guys, they feel they are way better than they actually are. And somebody comes with this idea and you listen to it. For example, I have so much experience producing music and just listening to music all these years.
Yeah.
I've DJ'd, I've performed. I know what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And sometimes I make my own music. I listen to it and I'm like, nah, this won't cut it. But I just put it out because I understand the market.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out there. I play music for the people. I know what people want.
Yeah.
So sometimes somebody comes to you and that's why I like asking artists, okay, what are you after? What do you want to achieve? Because there are artists who just want to make music to listen to with their friends
Yeah.
in the car,
Right.
and that's it. And
Right.
there are those who come and they're like, I want to be a superstar. I want to be like Beyonce, like Taylor Swift. I want to be the next Kendrick Lamar. Okay, cool. But you're not going to become the next Kendrick with those bars. Yeah, like, and that this is one of the reasons why I stopped being a recording engineer, because every time somebody would sing and I'd be like, bro,
yeah,
this sucks.
Yeah.
But
This
they
is
don't
also,
want to hear it.
honestly, is also the reason why I never ventured into recording.
Yeah.
Because I've always recorded myself.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way I started out. Then I was with my producer in Munich. I was signed to his label also. And he had other artists, and he made me his co-producer because sometimes he wouldn't be there and this and that. So then I would be recording other people that came to his studio. And it's like, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but we're talking about either being professional or not being professional.
Yeah.
So me as an artist, wanting to become professional, that's why basically I let him take me under his wings and this and that, so I could learn everything. I could see what it's like. I could have somebody to ask questions to when I had a question and this and that.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a position recording other people, and I'm noticing, well, most of these people, they don't have the same motivation.
Yeah.
Or they don't have the same drive, or not even the same eagerness to learn. They literally just come to the studio. They're even expecting it to be for free.
Yeah.
They just come to the studio because they want to make a song that's theirs.
Yeah.
They want to have a song. But and I'm not even joking. Like, a lot of people expect that to be for free.
Yeah.
It's normal. I go to the studio, I record my song with somebody else's equipment, with somebody else's time. Then this person should also finish the song. But I'm an artist. I don't pay for that. Let's just put it out together, and I'll make promotion for you. Yeah, let me live off of that promotion.
Bro, like that is
yeah,
a very huge problem in the game at the moment.
So that's why I feel like if you want to be a recording engineer, or if I were to ever become a recording engineer, sometimes, for friends or whatever, I'm making exceptions, but I know it's limited.
No.
Like, I'm very, I want to say, stingy with my time when it comes to recording sessions. So I would just focus on professional artists. People that know what they're doing, people that you don't have to teach. Now you can just put your experiences together and really create something, instead of just, worrying about the delta between amateurism and professionalism all the time. Because then you have to, as a producer, close the gap for the amateur all the time to make sure that they're actually on the game that a professional would naturally be on. And it's just a lot of work, a lot of extra work, unless you're, I want to say, developing an artist and building an artist.
Yeah.
There's no real point in doing that, because usually the artist will come for the session. Now you have to fight them to get your money.
Yeah.
Like, that's why most recording artists and most recording engineers, they literally just do the work as a service, and they don't even care what you sound like.
Very true.
You come to the studio, you pay them for the time, they do whatever, they give you the song, and now they're done with it. They're gonna walk their way. That's how a lot of people make money also.
And just like you said, you have to put in so much effort for the amateur. But the problem is the amateur doesn't believe he's an amateur. That is the biggest problem, because for me at the moment, I said the only people I'm recording are the people that are coachable.
Yeah.
Like,
makes sense.
I had, for example, Liu King, my guy, came to the studio sometime. This guy came with a full song. He had written, he had an instrumental, everything. He recorded the song.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. But I listened to the hook and was like, bro, this hook ain't it. Nah, this ain't it, because it was just too many words. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Sorry to interrupt you before, just for the people that are listening.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's like that. You have an idea.
Yeah.
You get it out, but it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound the way you want it, or it just doesn't fit with the music or with the beat that you chose. It's okay, but just make sure the sound is right at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Because we're making music.
Yeah.
We're not, at the end of the day, writing lyrics, or you're just doing that, or we're not, at the end of the day, the music has to be right. It has to be cool. People have to be able to enjoy it.
Very true.
Otherwise, we're not doing our job.
Yeah, and I remember like with D the way I told, like the moment I told him this hook ain't it, like with other artists they'll be like, who the fuck do you think you're, you know?
Yeah, right.
But this guy was like, okay, what do you think? What
Oh,
can
you
do?
were telling him.
Yeah, I told him
Okay.
I told him the hook ain't it.
Okay. Was he feeling that way already at that time, or?
Yeah, like the moment I told him that, he was like, okay, what do you have an idea?
Okay.
How can we make it better?
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, let's rewrite it. Let's make a new, because I loved the melody, but I just felt too many words.
Too much. Okay.
Like this is too
like
much
heavy
for the
or
hook.
too.
Yeah. Like make it light so that people can be able to sing along.
Digest it easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did it. We were sat there in the studio, we brainstormed, we edited the lyrics.
Yeah.
Made a new hook. That's his most streamed song at the moment.
Right now.
Yeah. and and it was that simple. Like he wasn't there to argue with me. Like no, I know what I'm doing. He was like, okay, tell me what's your idea.
Because I feel like once you're in a room with professionals or with other very experienced people, without having to draw the separation all the time between professionals and amateurs, you know. But like, let's just talk about experience. When you're in a room with a lot of other experienced people, then it's not just about your perspective anymore.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a room with somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience, they might still be very creative, and their perspective might still actually enable you to do something else or get you to another place. Sometimes I've made this experience working with young producers.
Yeah.
Like 14, 15, 16-year-old, basically kids producing. They're starting out producing. So they don't have any blueprint that they're going by. Every professional, they've produced thousands of songs.
Yeah.
So they definitely have a blueprint. They definitely have a process that they go about, a way that they usually do, or, you know, something that inspires them or this or that. And that'll lead to a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah. Very, very true.
So, and then when you're really in the industry, you even start trying to, you know, go after formula because, this song was working. Labels want a song that's working, or my artist wants a song that's working. Let's do this song again.
Yeah.
In a different way. Or you know, let's go for this sound, or let's copy this artist. He really had a big song. Or this and that. And you start doing like running industry schemes. I'm gonna just call it that. And these things usually, I want to say, at least are not original.
Yeah.
They don't have this spark of freshness or creativity or this or that, because those are products looking for or being aimed at the market that's already visible, that's already, you know, there to target. And with art, music being a form of art, is like a lot of times it's just self-expression, and it's supposed to be free, and it's supposed to be open, and it's not, I want to say, in the creation, sometimes even supposed to be directed at a certain crowd.
Yeah.
It has to come from a certain place first. Like, I want to say a place, it's different for every artist, of course, but me speaking for myself, a place of authenticity, of realness, of relatability.
Yeah.
When I write a song, any song, I'm trying to make it less detailed than my experience was, so that more people can actually relate to the concept of it, or like the, how you say that, like the way the let's just say the concept of it, like, so to make it more relatable. So I'm gonna give you an example, or not you, like everybody else. You as a writer, as a producer, you probably know yourself, have your own way. But like, for example, if I'm at a bus station and I'm waiting for the bus, now this bus isn't coming. Those are the details. But in order to make this relatable, like, I've just been waiting for a long time and nobody showed up. You know, that might be the song that I'm writing. Even though for me it was a bus, for somebody else it might be a girlfriend, or it might be a couch that was supposed to be delivered today, or whatever. So, you know, but now they're jamming to the song that I've written. I've been waiting for so long, or whatever song, you know. And they're like, oh man, me too. Ah man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean, and as we're moving towards this songwriting, like I'm loving the way this conversation is going.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, like
Let me just hold on, check the time real quick. Okay, I have to tell my friend that I'm coming a little late, and
okay,
maybe let's make a small break or whatever.
let's take a break. I even check the battery.